Hey, what's up, y'all? This is my review of Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 1. I really do not do a lot of the Love and Hip Hop, but I said F it because it's my channel. I do whatever I want. so, um, so I guess like this episode was just like an introductory episode. Really wasn't a lot to it. It was just introducing everyone. So the first person they introduced to us was Amara La Negra. And of course, I got good vibes from her from the beginning. I'll see how it plays out when the series goes about. I love Florida. A lot of my family members live in Florida. We West Indian. And, like, I got family in Jacksonville, Liberty City, Miami, Tampa, Key West, Fort Lauderdale. Like, honestly, besides New York, Florida and Georgia is where a lot of my family does be. So getting back into the episode. So like I said, first one that introduced us was Amara La Negra, and she says she's 100% Dominicana and that she's Afro Latina and she embraces her Latina and her African roots. And I said, go ahead, girl, because a lot of these Spanish people, man, they do not think they black. So, she was, performing her song. I don't understand Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. But it sounded good, it sounded catchy. Then she sat down with these two women and she just said like, listen, like I want to cross over. And then, we started a little clipping with her mother, and she was talking about how her mother emigrated from the Dominican over here to America, how tough it was, and that she really wants to work hard. So her mother never has to work hard. So you gotta respect that. It's the hustle. And then, it cuts into where she goes to meet this producer, Young Hollywood. I'm gonna talk about his ass in a minute later on in the episode, because I'm gonna try to go chronological. So, she meets up with him. She brings along her mother. Now, that is not, business etiquette. You just don't do that. It's like when you go on a job interview, you don't bring your parents, you don't got your parents on speakerphone coaching you on what to say. You're grown, they expect you to act grown. So that was totally inappropriate for her to bring her mother. And then, right off the bat, even before when, she met up with Young Howard later in the episode, right off the bat, I had bad vibes from him because he was like, who the hell is this grandmother? I said, excuse me, you have no fucking respect. Okay, yes, it was, rude for her to bring her mom around, but respect your elders. You came from a mother, you have a grandmother. You don't be dissing her like that. So I wasn't feeling him just on that alone. So, and Amara, like, she should have kept her mom like home and stuff. But she was like, my mom is like my pit bull. She gonna see what I don't see. I get that, but your mom did not have to be at that meeting. You could have called your mom up. Bring the paperwork, take it to your lawyer. Do the whole nine. Do that. So then they introduce us to Gunplay. I know Gunplay. I love his music, and he is cute. And he's from Carroll City, Florida. And he pretty much was like, I had my running with the law. I was locked up. But he was like, I'm ready to get back here on track. And, he meets up with Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, oh my God. That song that he did with Trina Nan, when that song hit the freaking radio, that was the shit. And then when Trina came out with Pull Over, oh God, man, flashbacks, flashbacks, flashbacks. So Trick Daddy and Gunplay, they talking, and they pretty much like talking about how they want to get back onto the music scene. Trick Daddy's like, I'm trying to lose this weight, I'm trying to do this joint album. But Trina, we really bringing it back. So it was like that small talk, them vibing. That's how they do. So then I guess I'm gonna go into Gunplay a little bit now that I'm talking about him. So then he meets up with his girl. Forgot her name, but she got a big ass butt. And she was shot 3 times in a drive-by shooting in Chicago. And he said, of course, that he was locked up and shit. These streets are real, man. Like, it is real shit out here. And that's pretty much what he was saying. Like, I don't got time for the foolishness. But then again, he's met up with Miami Tip, and he was like, Miami Tip and I use a smash. And then his girl is like, you better keep your shit in your pants. He was like, I got you, babe. I'm like, you full of shit. Because you hang out with Miami Tip, who you used to freaking smash. You just full of it. Like, you gonna fuck her, and we already know how this storyline goes. The two women are gonna be going at each other over this fuck nigga. That's how that shit is gonna go. Like, they do the same shit in Atlanta, New York, Hollywood. It's redundant. So that's Gunplay. Then Pleasure P. So they introduced Pleasure P and Shay. Now, if you know, Shay, known quote unquote Bucky, she was on Flavor of Love. I didn't love Bucky on Flavor of Love. I didn't love her on Charm School. I did not love her on Atlanta, and I'm damn sure did not love her this episode either. So, she comes through Miami International Airport, and Pleasure P, picks her up, and she just looks so damn tacky. You sitting there in your freaking man's house, y'all having this conversation, and you in lingerie all open, like, with the robe, like, showing your goods. I'm like, bitch, how old are you? Like, damn, like, you thirsty as shit. Like, that's the type of vibe I get from her. And she mad that Pleasure P is trying to work with this group. She's like, why the hell you doing that? Like, they talk mad shit about you. And I'm like, okay, and what's your point? Tell me what group has not talking shit about their members when they've broken up. It freaking happens. The Jackson 5, the New Edition, B2K. I mean, come on. The list goes on and on and on. But if the love is real, they make good music, and if they, sell a lot of records, they gonna come back. That's none of your freaking business. Like, okay, like, stay out of it. And she just, like, oh my God. I did not like this at all. She came in there to start trouble, and I hate females who be like to their mans, like, how come you don't back me up? I'm like, no, a man does not have to entertain your foolishness. You came in there trying to start some freaking trouble. You cussed his the other bandmate out. You cussed the shit out of him. Okay? And he was disrespectful too. But that was your freaking mindset. Because he stopped and you just kept freaking going in on his ass. And I'm like, how old are you? Not 20 something? Like, you ain't learned shit from Charm School. Like, your ass is so damn childish. Like, I'm just so fucking over it. With Shay, and just the way she be acting, like, she continues making an ass out of herself on TV. And Pleasure P, eventually he gonna get sick and tired of that shit. He might start cheating on her ass, or he might freaking leave, because she don't know how to freaking act, period. Stay showing her ass out. So then you meet Bobby Light. And Bobby Light, he was just like, I'm a rapper, singer, and I'm gay. I'm like, okay. I'm like, damn, you really want to put it out, all out there. Like, we already know. Like, we peeped it. So, and he got bars. Like, he sound really good. But, child, when he came out, up at that set to go see Trina, at first I was like, damn, Trina, like, why you being salty towards your cousin? Then they showed a video clip, and then they show how he is, and I'm like, it's just something that's off about him. He's like, Trina and I are cousins. She's supposed to respect me. She's supposed to be in my crew. I'm like, no. You are trying too hard to make it be known that you are Trina's cousin. You saying that shit too often, and it's just rubbing me the wrong way. And I feel like there's something deeper than that, because Trina, you can tell on her face, she does not fuck with him. Like, he keeps on saying that we cousins, and she's saying that shit too, but she's like, no, we don't fuck with each other. And let me tell you, I got family members that I don't be hanging around with them. I love them because they're my family, but I do not be hanging around with them because they be getting lit as shit and they just be doing the fucking most. And that's how Trina was like. And when Miami Tip, Bobby Light, Trina's assistant, and Trina, they were all sitting there. He was like, you know, your quote unquote minions disrespect me. I'm like, you disrespectful too. Like, it's not just him, it's tip for tap. Own your shit too. You came in there calling them minions. You came in there on some real fuck shit. Like, you wasn't even being respectful. Like, you know, you was just side eyeing the guy. And yes, the guy, he did not have a right to call him a freaking bum. But it's like you getting ratchet. You threw a fucking glass at him. You feeding into the shit, my dude. You should have sat there, be quiet, and then handle that shit accordingly and told Trina, you see what I'm talking about? He came at me, but I sat here like a freaking gentleman and I kept my damn mouth shut. You making a scene, and the way he was like talking to Trina, like, my music's gonna be popping and I don't give a fuck if you support it or not. Who the fuck are you? Calm the fuck down. You are doing the absolute most. Like, chill the hell out. And I'ma save this. I saved this for last because I really wanted to get into it. I don't fuck with Young Hollywood. At first, I was like, let me just see what he's about. But I did not like that shit because he sounded racist as fuck. When he was telling a homegirl, you know, you should be a Beyonce rather than a Macy Gray. I'm like, who the hell are you? Because Beyonce is all pro-black. Beyonce rocked afros. Before Beyonce dropped her freaking CD called Dangerously in Love, Beyonce was rocking afro. She incorporates black, she incorporates old African traditions into her music. Okay? She's very much big on Black Lives Matter. So what kind of bullshit are you talking about? And then when Amara La Negra was like, I'm Afro-Latina, he's like, what are you trying to say? You African? Because you got an Afro? I'm like, you ignorant. You are so fucking ignorant. And me, I grew up in New York City my whole entire life. And a lot of these Puerto Ricans, you know, everyone over here, you know, they call them Boricuas. A lot of them, they do not think they black. They not down with that shit. They're not down with police brutality. I know plenty of Boricuas who voted for Trump. A lot of them, they call black people niggers, and it's like, you could be darker than me. You have African roots. I never really had that problem with Dominicanos. Like, Dominicanos for the most part were cool, but it's Boricuas. Like, them Puerto Ricans, they cocky as shit. Like, I be working with them at my job. I just be staying like in my lane because it's like I don't have time for it. And y'all are fucking racist. Y'all can't tell me no damn different. I don't care if people are offended by that shit. I'ma speak my mind on it. So fuck him. Fuck Young Hollywood and that bullshit. And if he wanna apologize, he better come up with a good ass apology. Because that was straight up disrespectful. And I love the fact that Amara walked out of there and was like, fuck you. She wasn't fazed by him and she kept it freaking moving. So, you know, like I said, this was just an introductory episode. So we gonna see what's really gonna be popping off on episode 2. So peace out. And I hope everyone had a happy and good New Year's Eve and all that good stuff. And God bless you all. Peace out.